What's up, BNN viewers? You're about to dive into a story that'll make you question everything. Stick with us. It's going to be a crazy ride. Let's begin today's interesting story. As the morning sun streamed to the window, I slowly woke up, the warm rays coaxing me out of sleep. I lay there for a moment, reflecting on my life, especially my marriage with Samuel. It felt like a lifetime ago when we first exchanged vows, filled with dreams and hopes for the future. But now, as I watched the light dance on the walls, I couldn't help but notice how much had changed over the years. The affection that once flowed so easily between us now felt more like a distant memory. After a while, I got out of bed and made my way to the kitchen, where the sounds of laughter and chatter filled the air. My children, Marianne and Luke, were already at the table. Their faces glowed with the joy that only childhood can bring. We shared a breakfast filled with pancakes and stories, their energy infusing the morning with life. In those moments, I felt a surge of happiness, yet a shadow lingered in the back of my mind. I couldn't shake the feeling of growing emotional distance from Samuel, a gap that seemed to widen with each passing day. As I sipped my coffee, I reminisced about the early days of our relationship. Samuel and I were once inseparable, always seeking each other's company, sharing our dreams and aspirations. But now, our daily life felt monotonous, filled with routines that lacked intimacy. I often found myself questioning his feelings for me, wondering if he even noticed the changes in our relationship. Feeling restless, I decided to escape to the lake, a place filled with memories of happier times. The drive was soothing, and as I approached the water's edge, I couldn't help but recall the afternoons we spent there, laughing and talking about everything and nothing. The serenity of the lake mirrored my inner turmoil, and I contemplated the love that seemed to have faded between us. Meanwhile, back at home, Samuel was starting to realize the void left by my absence. He wandered through the house, the quietness amplifying his feelings of longing. He missed my laughter, the way we used to share our days, and the simple joy of being together. It struck him how much he appreciated me and the life we had built. It was a wake-up call that he could no longer ignore. When I returned home later that day, we found ourselves in a heartfelt conversation. There was an honesty in the air as we acknowledged the emotional distance that had crept in between us. Samuel spoke of his feelings, and I shared my fears and concerns. We both understood that if we wanted to rekindle our relationship, we needed to commit to each other fully. In the days that followed, Samuel began making small but meaningful gestures to show his love. He started having breakfast with the family, engaging more with the kids and me. He even made a point to call me during the day, just to check in and share little moments. These small changes began to chip away at the walls we had built between us. We also decided to plan regular date nights, dedicating time solely for each other. It felt refreshing to invest in our relationship again, enhancing our communication and fostering the connection that had been missing. Each date became a reminder of why we fell in love in the first place, reigniting the spark that had dimmed over the years. One evening, under a blanket of stars, we reaffirmed our love for one another. The night was filled with promises and laughter. The weight of unspoken words finally lifted. We realized the importance of communication, of valuing our shared journey. It was a turning point, a moment of clarity that opened the door to a renewed love. As I looked into Samuel's eyes, I felt a warmth that reassured me. Together, we could navigate the challenges ahead, hand in hand, heart to heart.